Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our new edition of Big Brother 22 All-Stars Live Feed Spoilers. We are just two days away from the end of this season. This crazy...
Two more sleeps.
Two more sleeps until this crazy season full of hype and also presumed disappointment for a lot of people comes to an end. We will see either Cody, Nicole, or by some miracle Enzo win this game. There is still that tiny part of my brain. It's not a very big part that's still going like, Enzo, like hoping that something really crazy can happen. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys all know I am on the Enzo train. He was my preseason winner pick. I feel like Enzo does, which is just kind of salty. I think he is third.
Well, we will talk in this video about a little bit of salt. We got some more to pour on after what we did with Enzo yesterday. Also, we have at least a partial sense as to what Cody and Nicole might be looking to do. We'll still suggest a few interesting things, and maybe at the end of this video, we'll actually talk a little bit about the ratings, because I think there's been a lot of questions about that.
Also, if you hear a bunch of banging going on, we're in Southern California. There is a huge windstorm that has been going on since last night. I even put some pictures up on Instagram. If you're not following us, it's Matt and Jess TV. Last night, we're by the mountains. There was like these clouds coming over the mountains. I put a picture up of this because I was just like, what? I feel like we're in some Stephen King novel or something, that we're like rolling over, and the wind is so crazy here that all the leaves of my lemon tree, they're all over the ground. It's pretty crazy. So if you hear banging, that is what is happening. Things are being thrown everywhere.
You know what it is? It's Mother Nature is mad that Enzo lost part 2 of the final HOH. And Mother Nature's just like, all right, I'm out. I'm done with this season now. Goodbye. You guys can all suffer with the wind.
Also, tonight, I know that there's an episode tonight, and for the past few weeks, we haven't been covering Monday night's episode on Monday night because Dancing with the Stars is also on, and we cover Dancing with the Stars here at the channel. So if you are also watching that, there will be a video here tonight for Dancing with the Stars. Also, last thing, tomorrow, This Is Us 2-hour premiere, guys. 2 hours.
Tomorrow's a lot. This Is Us. It is more Big Brother talk. It is The Bachelorette. The TV Mageddon is upon us.
Yeah, it is.
But we have to get to, first and foremost, the state of Enzo, Cody, and Nicole, because while it may not seem like it, mostly because they're sleeping almost all the time, there is a game still to be played here.
Except they're all really irritated with each other. And I mean, Enzo is irritated for all the right reasons. He is going to end up placing third again. He's really salty about it. And I mean, they have all been living together for 3 months. It's almost at the end. Everybody just wants to go home and just be with their loved ones again. It's the last few days grind where everybody's on each other's nerves.
Enzo has now, like yesterday he was salty and really just saying a lot of ridiculous things, including, threatening to not be on people's podcasts, but he has moved on to new territory today, which is being completely delusional, or I guess some of this was late last night, but he was sort of talking a little bit about how, maybe we're gonna see Cody's gonna take Nicole to the end, and then Nicole's gonna beat him, and Nicole's gonna be a 2-time winner. That's it, It's like, Enzo, you don't know this is gonna happen. Cody may still take you, and also, Nicole's not gonna beat Cody at the end of this.
No, she's absolutely not. There's no way that those two are sitting at the end and Nicole wins. It's just not gonna happen. Cody has played such a strong game. We've already seen the jury segments where people are very team Cody in this whole thing. Yes, we had David who was like, oh man, if a winner gets to the end, they should automatically win, which is, I don't agree with that. I think, bringing a winner to the end I would have brought a winner to the end because they've already won. Who's going to give somebody money a second time unless they play a perfect game? And Nicole has not played a perfect game. She was really protected for a lot of it and then won near the end. That is not a 2-time winner game. Sitting against Cody, who has won so many comps, never saw the block, and plus he's not already sitting on that money. She already has $500,000. his woman just went through cancer treatment. Like, there's going to be a little bit of thinking about that.
I'm about to say something in this video that I may very well regret in just like 2.5 days, and you might already know where this is going, everyone.
No,
but
I don't even know. I've known you 13 years. Where's this going? If you say Nicole's gonna win...
If Cody loses to Nicole, I will eat a dog treat in these videos.
Okay, listen, you can say something like that because there is no way that that's gonna happen. I will also eat a dog treat.
Okay, why are you getting yourself into this trouble too?
Because Nicole is not beating Cody. That is not happening.
See, this is why I have felt comfortable on 3 different occasions this season to pull out the dog treat threat, because I never believed that any of them could happen.
No, it's just... they are playing for different things. Cody has played a fantastic game. If he doesn't win this season, then it's a bit ridiculous. He really does deserve to win this season.
See, we have just given all of you who have not been excited about the end game of the season, you now all have hanging over us. I'm going to watch to see if these 2 chumps have to eat a dog treat on video form now.
We won't.
Once again, confidence, but...
No, because even Nicole, by herself, was talking to us and saying that she's going to take Cody to the final 2. Like, she is going to lose. And it's actually kind of surprising because she has been really, like, focused on, even more than the money, that title of 2-time winner. She just got the title of most days in the house, and she was really hyped up about that. She is really hyped about that title, and she knows she can't beat Cody. She knows it.
It is so baffling to me. Like, I don't get it. It's like, you know, I first started to suspect that she had no interest in taking Enzo when she kept sort of practicing her speeches, and she kept just practicing her speeches as though it was against Cody, and she wasn't even considering, like, should I practice one if I'm up against Enzo? And then it's like yesterday, she and Cody, they engage in a little bit of, like, gassing each other up. Like, we've talked about this before, the, you know, I'm gonna lose to you. No, I'm gonna lose to you. No, I'm playing a terrible game. And it's, like, so completely, like, unbelievable.
They've been doing this for a few weeks now, guys.
It is infuriating. Like, there are very few things that drive me crazier than this, other than maybe, like, hearing about Nicole's wedding, or Victor didn't say I'm proud of you, or, like, but this is really irritating. And they did all this yesterday again, and after Cody left, Nicole starts talking to us, and she's just like, you know, I'm gonna take you, Cody, you know, just stop it with the... It's like, Nicole, as you just said, you're not gonna beat Cody at the end of this, and I don't know if you'll beat Enzo, like, I don't know for sure what the jury's gonna do, but it seems at least like people on the jury don't respect everything that Enzo has done. You at least have a chance if you get rid of the best, just overall player this season.
I am truly not understanding what the deal is with Nicole really wanting that title, knowing she has a better chance against Enzo, but still taking Cody. And I'm going to hear it in the comments, all the rumors and allegations that they have a pre-game, they're going to split the money. I don't know if that's true. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's 100% or no, it's not 100%. I don't know, Cody. I don't know, Nicole. I was not privy to any conversations or not conversations that happened. But what I do know is that they are friends, and they have been friends a very long time, and they are such good friends that their moms are also friends. Their families are friends. And for Nicole, she... even in her speeches, like, it's been about we're friends, like there's a friendship thing. And she really cares about her life outside the game. She cares about her, you know, appearances and what the people think of her outside the game. And that seems to weigh more than the game. And I think she's probably worried that if she cuts Cody at the end, that friendship is done. Everybody's families are going to be pissed. They're no longer going to be hanging out. Nobody's friends with anybody. And I wonder if that's actually weighing heavier on her than a 2-time win.
This is what I would say to Nicole. If, you know, if I could somehow, like, communicate telepathically with these people, I would be like, Nicole. I don't know, because that's not my telepathic voice. Nicole, this is my...
That's your normal voice,
okay,
except
see,
you're, like, making a tunnel with your
Nicole,
hands.
this is the message to you. Even if you do not care about the money, which I would assume you would, because who of course you want $500,000, but even if that
Of course you do, but she already has $500,000, so maybe the money is a little bit less than other things like the title or friendships.
Friendship. Okay, no, I'm not doing the Paul impression. No, but you should still just want to say that you won. It's sort of like when, like when we're playing like Exploding Kittens or something else. Like, the act of winning and like doing the victory dance and like that stuff is still fun. Like,
I appreciate you not doing that on Friday night. He creamed me and did not rub it in my face with the dance. But sometimes he does do that.
Everyone should have a victory dance. That's all I'm saying. It is not, but the thing is that I don't understand Nicole. I'm probably never gonna understand Nicole. From an Enzo point of view, though, this is the thing. I don't know for 100% sure what Cody is going to do, because he's not like telling Enzo, I'm not taking you. He's continuing to give Enzo like some element here of hope.
Yeah, and I don't know why, unless he is still weighing his options, because this is not going to end well if Enzo ends up feeling really burned by Cody, he is in this situation where he has both of his number ones sitting here. If he wins that final HOH, he is going to have to burn him. And so my only feeling is he's probably like, okay, I'm not going to tell him I'm not bringing him, because if Nicole wins, then I don't have to say anything. And then it's not my choice. I didn't do anything wrong, sort of thing.
I still want to believe Cody is weighing like somewhat of his options. Like because I really don't honestly know what is a better choice for Cody to make. I think if I was Cody, I would take Enzo to the final two, because I would know Nicole at least has some people who superficially she's kind of close to on the jury. People like Ian. Is Ian going to give her a vote? Like, you don't know for sure.
No, you don't know for sure.
But there's nobody.
He's a game player, so it's hard to know. Like, I know he's friends with her, but he is also a game player. Like, Danny is also friends with her, and she is also looking at it like, well, who played the better game? Even Danny's like, Cody played the better game. Yeah. He did.
It's just like if Enzo is there against Cody and Cody wins the final HOH, I just can't name any person who is like a for sure vote for Enzo to win, except, I don't know, maybe Kevin, if Kevin is just still really upset about Cody.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who Cody brings. It really doesn't. No. Like, yeah, Nicole may get a couple of votes. I still think Enzo may get a couple of votes. I think he's still going to end up with Davon's vote. I don't think it's going to be a complete goose egg over there either. But regardless, Cody's going to walk away with the money. So it really is then, if Cody wins, who does he want to give that $50,000 to? Does he want to give it to Enzo, who's got two little kids? Mm-hmm. Or does he want to give it to Nicole, who's his friend outside of this game? And that's where it's going to go.
Enzo can be your friend outside of the game, Cody. You guys live close to each other. You can go and check out Enzo's 75-inch TV that he apparently already has. I
think it's just hard when families are all friends as well.
This is Enzo's argument that he made a little bit yesterday, and he needs to go and do some campaigning to Nicole. If he doesn't, I'm going to be disappointed in him. But he sort of spelled this out to Cody and was just sort of like, yo, this is the thing, yo, it really sucked being in third place on season 12. I had a hard time getting over it. I'm okay with winning second place. And yeah, I think Enzo obviously would love first place, but I think he is okay with getting, 50 grand plus the stipend and, the money to be on the show. And he just wants that experience. And Nicole's already had that experience of being in the final two. And so I don't think Enzo wants to walk out on finale night getting clowned in third place, not getting that extra money. And I get that fully.
I think he needs to start playing on a more emotional level, and I know that he won't, but like I just said, he's a single dad with two little kids. Him all season being like, I want a new TV, yo, or I want a motorcycle, yo. He should have been like, I have two little kids, yo, that I am raising by myself, or on, obviously he's co-parenting or whatever, but he's like, I'm a single dad, I got two little kids, that $50,000, it could buy them like a little bit of education, or, I could put it away for college or whatever. With Nicole, she's already sitting on $500,000. Like, throw me the $50,000. She doesn't need it.
Enzo has convinced himself somewhat of this, and this is also why Enzo is entering the delusional phase at this point. He's trying to tell himself that these people are now scared of him because they are afraid that they will lose to him, and he's like, I wouldn't bring me to the end either, yo. Like, Enzo, I love you, but you're not that threatening to win the game. I'm sorry.
He's going through the 5 stages of grief right now, and now he's in the denial stage. He will get through it.
You can get through this, yo. You just he had a lot to drink yesterday. Maybe that was a component in this. I don't know.
Might be.
Well, before we wrap this up, one thing I wanted to talk a little bit about is ratings. I am a little bit of a ratings junkie, and one thing that I know a lot of people have sort of said is, oh, I've given up on this season. I'm not watching anymore. And I know that is true for some people who hang around on this channel because I've heard it from you guys. But what's interesting is that we went and looked at just the live ratings averages for the episodes this season. Mm-hmm. And they really haven't changed that much. So it's like, while this may be one of the most predictable and at times boring Big Brother seasons ever, casual people are still they're still lapping it up. Like, they're still watching it at the same rate. I don't know if it's because nothing else is really on, but they're still watching it.
It just feels like every season this happens where people start to dip out on the show and, they're not watching anymore. And we hear about it because we're with you guys. We are live feeders. We are also watching the live feeds, which are basically 2 different shows. We've got what's happening on the live feeds, and then we have these episodes where the casuals are not in the camp with us, where we're all watching the live feeds as well, where at some points we're like, we're not going to watch the show anymore. We're just going to watch live feeds. We're just going to hang out with everybody on YouTube and chat about that stuff. The casuals aren't part of this group here with everybody, right? So there is no we're dipping out on it. They're just watching what they're being fed on the TV. Like my dad, he's not a live feeder, but him and my stepmom, they're watching this all the way through every season.
There's, this is the thing about Big Brother is that, certain seasons aren't great, but, there is that loyal audience that does sort of stick with it, or at very least sticks with the feeds. And the ultimate message here is there's going to be another season. Like, I don't think there's anything to worry about with that. We'll talk more on Wednesday. We'll do a special video talking about what they need to change for season 23. Yeah. We've got some ideas. But for now, what do you think is going to happen in terms of campaigning, in terms of who the final 2 is going to be? Are you getting your dog treats ready as well? I know none of you have promised to eat them.
I was going to say, you're roping everybody in on this. You guys don't have to do this.
I don't know why
I don't think anybody's going to do this if we're all in on the same thing, that Nicole's going to actually beat Cody.
Jury, if you make me have to eat a dog treat on video, I'm going to be so disappointed in all of you. Not just for that reason, but many others. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe, give us a like, support us further, check those links to the store, our Patreon, and we'll see you here next time.
Tonight for Dancing with the Stars.